Hello everyone, welcome to Pricing. My name is Sriram Venkatraman and I'll be your instructor for this particular course. I do recognize that my name is a tongue twister for many out there, so let's just go with Sri. So I'd like to spend a few minutes with you today to kind of briefly give you my background, share my background with you so that you have a good sense of why this course is so near and dear to me. And also briefly overview kind of the course to give you a sense of what lies ahead. Okay? So as far as background, I got my undergraduate degree in electrical engineering back in India, and then I earned a master's degree in applied mathematics and electrical engineering at NYU. I then went on to Berkeley to get a master's degree in computer science. I then ended up working for Apple for a few years. My very first day at the job at Apple also happened to be the first day that Steve Jobs came back to Apple. So I'd like to take some credit for having brought him back to Apple. I then ended up going to Sun Microsystems, where I spent a few years in the R&D and the new products group. I was craving more for an intellectual environment, somewhat even more cerebral in the environment that I was in, which is really wonderful. So I ended up going back to school. I got my PhD at Cornell in specializing in marketing, but also honing some skills in economics and applied mathematics to kind of as foundational skills to be a better pricer and a better marketer. Upon graduating, I ended up serving on the faculty at Emory University in Atlanta, as well as University of Chicago's Booth School. I've been serving on the faculty here at UNC at the Keenan Flagler's marketing group since 2012. And the entire time that I've been here, I've been teaching the pricing elective. I started off by teaching it to the data MBA students. I then got engaged with, I started teaching this course also to the executive MBAs, and now thrilled to be offering this particular elective also to the online MBA students. As far as background beyond my academic expertise or training in marketing, when I'm not teaching this particular course, much of my time is spent conducting academic research around marketing analytics, around pricing. I have explored questions at the interface of marketing public policy and public policy, for example, looking at the role of Obamacare and trying to see how it impacts emergency room utilization. I have a fair bit of work looking at pharmaceutical marketing, direct-to-consumer advertising, the gains from direct-to-consumer advertising, which US is one of the few countries where it is permitted, as well as detailing efforts directed at physicians. I have the first academic study to quantify or monetize the impact of social media, contrast that with traditional marketing mix elements such as price and advertising. When I'm not doing academic research or not teaching, I spend bulk of my time engaging with firms both big and small, where I serve as an advisory role, either as a data analyst or a scientific advisor for startups as well as big firms around pricing, where the hope is to engage with them to kind of better harness their data assets that they have to become more effective or more disciplined around pricing. So this course is organized around my experience, having worked or conducted research in academic areas as well around pricing, as well as my engagement with companies big and small, where the hope is to transfer some of the best practices from my past experience into the classroom such that I can develop and build a new breed of new pricers who will be even more disciplined around pricing, can inculcate even greater pricing discipline within their organization. So the tools that you'll be honing in this particular class are going to be very practical tools where we'll dabble in a little bit of theory, not for the sake of just theory, but to be using the theory effectively and combining theory with data assets, some of which you might have within your organizations. And the hope is once I present a bunch of easy to use practical tools, you might be able to take these tools and employ them in your workplace right away and help your organization garner even greater gains from pricing discipline. And I hope if you believe in trickle-down economics, some of us do, most of us don't, but jokes apart, if you believe that some of the gains that you help accrue for the firm will be passed on to you either as goodwill or actual economic gains, I hope this particular course will open new doors for you and help you, lead the charge when it comes to pricing, especially in the world of big data, where data are abundant and yet discipline is not. And I hope you will be one of the early breed of pricing scientists or pricing analysts who could inculcate greater discipline within your organization. So I welcome you to the course, and I hope you will join me in this ride. Thank you.